Hey YouTubers, thanks so much for checking out today's video. For those of you that don't know us, I'm Trish.
And I'm Carolina.
We are with Just Dance, and in this series, we're gonna be giving you tips to improve your posture, frame, connection, musicality, and technique in common patterns that you'll do in beginner waltz. In today's video, we're gonna be going over your musicality, your connection, and your technique in the balance and box. So let's get to it.
Okay, so first we're gonna demonstrate the pattern, and here it is. I'm the leader and Trish is the follower. Here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, so first I'm gonna talk about musicality. In this pattern is where we introduce the hesitation timing. Hesitation timing is when you go on 1 and then you hold 2, 3. It's when you don't go up on your toes, you don't rise. You stay on your ground. So you would go 1, 2, 3, and then you go back to straight timing. 1, 2, 3. Yes, so I'm gonna do it with Trish. She's following, I'm leading, and I'm gonna count. We have our first hesitation step. We have 1, 2, 3, and we go back 1, 2, 3.
Right, so back to what she was just saying about the footwork and like how you're not rising. That's really important technique because that's how the leader communicates to the follower that we're actually dancing a balanced step and we're not doing a regular box type pattern where we would step out to the side. Oftentimes followers get a little confused when the leader does this and they don't realize that they're doing it. This is what kind of happens. So the leader steps forward and hesitates, and the follower thinks, oh, it's a box, and they swing out to the side. So my tip for you right now is a technical tip of, a leading tip of how the leader does not swing their hips when they're leading a balanced step. And so as a result, the follower should not step out to the side or swing onto their toes. So when the leader steps forward, their hips will be straight, and that leads the follower to close their feet rather than swing up. Now, Carolina was saying how you're not going up onto your toes, and that's because there's no swing. Without swing, we have no reason to rise up onto our toes. Although waltz still has rise and fall, that is a characteristic. So when the leader steps forward, we're just gonna do it in open hold. So when the leader steps forward and collects their feet, we're just putting pressure on the ball of our foot. We're rising through our body, so our knees start to straighten, but we don't push all the way up onto our toes like this. We keep the heel down, and then we lower on 3 to prepare for the next step. We'll show you that from this angle too, so you can see the pressure on our free foot. So we step forward and hesitate, and then the free leg comes in with pressure on just the ball. Notice the heel of our foot is not on the ground, but we do keep the other foot down, and then we just lower and prepare. So that's how the leader will lead the hesitation rhythm, is by not swinging the hips and not going up onto their toes. And then my last tip is going into the box part of the pattern. The leader needs to make sure they initiate that first step back with CBM, contra body movement. That's the action that initiates turn. So the leader is going to bring their right foot back and their left shoulder towards that moving foot, which creates space for the follower to come past them. So that second half looks like this. The leader will step back with CBM. The follower steps forward with CBM. We start our rotation, which then makes this turn on the side and closing step possible. So again, the whole pattern looks like this. We'll show you from this angle now. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So making sure we stay in closed position the whole time as well. Quick recap on our tips for today in this pattern. Carolina covered musicality.
Yes, so for musicality, you have your hesitation timing first, and then you go into straight timing. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then you go back 1, 2, 3.
And then the other two tips, the first one that we talked about was making sure you're not swinging your hips so that you can actually lead a balance step. That also will cause you not to go up onto your toes because the hips are not swinging. So make sure that you keep the hips nice and straight towards your partner leaders and followers. Be sensitive to feel that. Try not to anticipate what they're doing. Actually listen through your frame and your connection so that you know to close your feet and do a hesitation. And my last tip was to make sure that on the second half of the turning box part of it, the leader is using CBM to initiate the turn. The follower responds by doing CBM forward, and then you can turn your box to the left. So practice that. This is a great pattern for your corner steps, especially for a beginner. That way you can dance all the way around the room with progressives and balance and boxes. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below and we'll be sure to help you out. And as always, these videos are meant to be a supplement to the training you're doing in your studio. So make sure to call your local studio, go take some lessons, and then you can use these videos to help you when you're practicing at home.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can get notifications about our videos. And thank you for watching.
We'll see you soon.